So, AI artists have made it to the Billboard. Did y'all know that? Crazy, right? Not hypothetical or anything like that, but real AI generated performers with charting songs. Isn't that contradicting? Real AI generated like performers? That's crazy. So, from virtual idols in Asia to US, AI collabs that cracked streaming charts. This isn't the future any longer. This is right now, right? So, what we're going to do today is talk about how many AI artists have charted, what counts as an AI artist, and what it means for the future of music and credibility on the charts. Okay? First, let's get to the definitions. Let's get clear on some things, right? An AI artist can mean three things. Number one, a fully synthetic vocal model. That's like a virtual singer created by code. Number two, a human AI collab where AI writes lyrics or melodies, right? Number three, a human performer whose AI persona, is the public face. That's like Meka or virtual K-pop stars. Okay? So what this means is it allows it allows billboards to count these acts as if their music meets the same criteria as any other artist, right? Streams, airplay, and sales. If the AI artist can meet those three things, it can go on the Billboard. And the AI artists that we're going to get to are reaching all of those. Okay? So let's start in the US. Billboard has tracked AI related entries since 2023, right? FM Meka, the AI rapper signed to Capitol Records, his track Florida Water never hit the Hot 100. However, it charted on viral and social charts before being pulled due to controversy, right? And we can find that information right on Pitchfork, and you already know you guys are gonna get the sources in the description below. Okay, so that's kind of what this talks about. So as we continue, you also have Grimes and Elf.Tech. We've talked about that before. We've talked about her platform allowing you to get 50%, or she gives her fans 50% for using it, right? So that's like down here some more. We'll get to that, or I'll let you guys get more to that, okay? So fan created AI songs using her voice model appeared on Spotify and YouTube charts. This thing is popping up on my end, guys. And YouTube charts, and entered Billboard's Hot Dance electronic digital sales, right? In 2024. That source is on Billboard that we just took a quick look at. All right, so let's retalk. When we talked about these before, as we talk about those, the last one is Heart on My Sleeve, right? The AI Drake and Weeknd duo peaked on Billboard's TikTok trending chart before being removed, right? And that's on sources like Billboard and AP News. Couldn't find the AP News link, so they may have taken it down. So yeah, those are things we've talked about before. But if we go overseas, right, it's a different story. In Japan, Hatsune Miku, it was what I assume the name is how I assume the name is pronounced, has landed multiple Oricon chart hits since 2010. So they've been ahead of the game, right? They've been ahead of the game, and streams in the hundreds of millions. She's the prototype AI. And that source is in Japan Times. That was crazy. I just came up with a acronym. That's crazy. So in South Korea, groups like Eternity and MAVE blend AI avatars with human vocals and have charted on Melon and Gaon. I would assume that's how that's pronounced. I think I got that right. Last but not least, in China, we have talked about Tencent's platform before. So Tencent's AI artists racked up billions of streams. One AI song even hit 100 million plays. So I'm pretty sure that no other platform has touched that. Not that I've heard of, right? And that's on Music Business Worldwide. So these global acts are proving that chart successes isn't exclusive to humans anymore, right? So how does Billboard handle AI music on its charts? They don't ban AI. It's allowed. They apply the same metrics, which means there are still rules and regulations that you have to meet. The metrics are, again, sales, streams, and radio airplay, right? But they've stated that songs must be properly licensed. I mean, I'm almost positive that applies to even humans, right? And comply with copyright laws. So that's definitely AI, because AI is running into that issue a lot. You got UDO under lawsuit, Suno under lawsuit. So definitely pay attention to those copyright laws if y'all plan on getting into this game, right? So that means if AI used Drake's voice without permission, it's out, right? And we also talked a little bit about that on the video I did on Spotify, because they just removed 75 million songs due to this scenario. If Grimes licenses hers through Elf.Tech, it counts. So as long as she has that, you could do a song with me, 50-50 split. If she already has that is licensed within her platform, it sounds like you don't have to worry too much about it. But in this case, I would say there's nothing wrong with making sure, that it's good on your end. Because maybe it end up becoming her song 100%. You never know. Just double check everything, right? So the chart rules are evolving just like the music. This is ever changing right now, guys. We talked about how Timbaland wants to use tags in the beginning of songs to make sure we know when it's an AI song. We've talked about how will.i.am wants to make sure we put policies for AI in place to protect creativity, right? So what it boils down to is the question that I have for you guys. Should AI even be eligible? Should AI artists, to be exact, should they even be eligible? Some say yes. Music is music. If people love it, they love it. And I can tell you right now, there are people who go up and they search these AI artists. I don't even know if a lot of people know they are AI artists because they have names. Some of them look really real. You get what I'm saying? Others argue it undermines human expression and labor. Okay? Nick Cave called AI lyrics a grotesque mockery of human experience. Right? And I agree in some instances. Okay? But younger fans see AI as the next evolution. Avatars they can co-create with. That's where you get to Grimes at. That's where you get to Suno at, right? So, neither here nor there. Behind every AI hit is a company. And I've talked to you guys about that before. It's not a person, right? Because what they're doing is taking all of these different ideas and creating them into one, which is why I constantly say artists, big, small, medium, all artists need to hop on this, because it's only going to help if you connect with it as soon as possible, right? Of course, do it strategically. Of course, don't over abuse it, but it's not going to hurt to connect with it. So Higgsfield, Suno, and Fiction, they're all AI music startup companies, right? And they own the rights to their artists. Of course they would. This artist is not real, so it's only created by them, right? But anyways, that's just my opinion. That means if an AI track hits Billboard, royalties go to the developers and labels, not a singer, right? And that's why labels are starting to invest in this, right? Because they no longer have to depend on a human being with their investment. Okay? It's a business model designed for scale. And at the end of the day, when it's business, scale, numbers, that's what matters most. Okay? And a potential nightmare for human songwriters who still rely on credits and splits. Now, I can see this. I can foresee this coming not to an end, but not being so massive. I mean, even now, a lot of songwriters don't even know how the business works, right? So if I say somebody like Babyface, right? One of the best songwriters in the world, or the best songwriter in the world, if you ask me, right? If he, in my opinion, if he doesn't go full force with being a part of this AI thing, it could possibly take over. You know, the good thing is he lived probably 40 plus years in the game, you know, so he probably could care less at this point, right? But that's just an example, right? We have to constantly figure out how to creatively connect with AI no matter what our talents are. So the idea is to not allow it to diminish what we've put out there, or what we've been gifted with as human beings. Okay, so the biggest takeaway, right? The biggest takeaway: AI music isn't a novelty anymore. It isn't a novelty anymore. It's on the charts. And tools like Suno and UDO, they evolve. I believe Suno just dropped a 5th version on their platform that's even crazier than the ones before, right? Crazier meaning good. So expect more AI collabs with real artists, not fewer, okay? The labels that adapt fast and transparently will shape the rules before the regulators do, okay? It's not about robots taking over. It's about who writes the next chapter of music history. Because it's going down in history for sure. All right, and it ain't going to be no history, but it's going to be like a history ebook. If you ask me, you get what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm going to provide you guys the cheat sheet. You know that already. But what I want you guys to do before we get out of here, of course, is drop your thoughts, okay? Drop your thoughts below and let me know, should AI artists even count on the charts? Is that where they belong? Should AI artists and human artists be together fighting for the same thing? Or maybe there should be 2 different types of charts? Humans here, AI artists here. You know, I don't know. So hit like if this opened your eyes, if this made you think about something, so other people can see it, because you know you may have people who are thinking just like you. Subscribe for more AI music deep dives, and as always, stop scrolling, start understanding. Use AI as a tool, not a replacement. See you guys soon.